This is absolutely what we need to see more of. MSNBC, woke propagandist media, absolutely getting obliterated right to their faces in front of the whole world. And it came from one of the most unlikely sources. I don't even think if this guy is a Trumpster per se. He's a Republican, but he's more of an old school kind of rhino type cat. Wait till you see this clip as he destroys this MSNBC host. It's just absolutely fantastic. Also, and this is sort of the theme of the video, it's all about kind of the crime that President Trump is finally cleaning the streets. He has to do your job and everybody else's job because you hypocrites don't do anything. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, as I like to call him, says he's going to be taking names of those who support Trump in his press conference today. Also, kind of sad news for Los Angeles. Ramon Batista, who is the exceptional Santa Monica Police Department chief, has abruptly resigned. And the resignation letter that was released by the city had a redacted paragraph, and I'm going to share that with you. But first, the biggest losers in the history of politics, maybe even the history of mankind, is back again, trying to get attention and trying to be relevant. And here he is in a quick clip, just coming absolutely unglued. And this is what he thinks of anybody who is not a Democrat or hypocrite. Watch.
Think of how easy it would be to be a damn Republican. Oh, what should I wear today? This stupid freaking red hat. What should I say today? I don't know. Just make sure it's cruel. Who do we listen to? That guy. Oh, the felon in the White House? Yeah, listen to him and that will be fine. Now he's talking about burning flags. He's going to have flag burning or whatever. Because he knows there's a hell of a lot of flags with his picture on it that are going to get burned.
Yep, Tampon Tim. Isn't it funny how they never ever talk about any solutions, strategies? There's no vision. There's no ideas. There's no paying attention to the actual people who put them there, Americans. All there is attacking. All there is complete Trump derangement syndrome. I mean, just imagine. I mean, this guy is the epitome, Tampon Tim, of what a loser mentality is. He also went on to continue the violent rhetoric, calling ICE agents and law enforcement officials Gestapo and fascist, and Trump is an authoritarian, essentially inflaming the same rhetoric that has caused so much mayhem and bedlam everywhere. But a real sincere question, and I know you liberals watch my show. Let me know in the comments. I won't block you. I won't have my mods delete your comments. Just let me know. Here's what I don't understand. Sincere question. Imagine if you're a business and you have the worst numbers for profitability and scale to date in the history of your business. And instead of actually revising, modulating, trying something different, maybe firing the CEO, you triple down on the same exact philosophy that got you to where you are. And on top of it, you are yelling at your customers saying it's their fault and that you guys are a bunch of dummies and fascists and garbage and deplorables. I mean, just imagine. I mean, what would you think of that business? Would that business survive? Would they succeed? Would they stay in business in the open, free, enterprise, free market of this American economy? I mean, sincere question. I'm just saying. That's exactly, ladies and gentlemen, what the hypocrites and the Democrats are doing. Case in point, here's J.B. Pritzker in his press conference today, actually threatening the men and women who are actually trying to do some good, actually listening to America, actually fixing things, cleaning up the streets. DC has had zero in the last 10 days since Trump took over, zero new murders. Crime has gone down exponentially. But here's J.B. Pritzker.
Finally, to the Trump administration officials who are complicit in this scheme, to the public servants who have forsaken their oath to the Constitution to serve the petty whims of an arrogant little man, to any federal official who would come to Chicago and try to incite my people into violence as a pretext for something darker and more dangerous, we are watching and we are taking names. This country has survived darker periods than the one that we're going through right now, and eventually the pendulum will swing back, maybe even next year. Donald Trump has already shown himself to have little regard for the many acolytes that he has encouraged to commit crimes on his behalf. You can delay justice for a time, but history shows you cannot prevent it from finding you eventually. If you hurt my people, nothing will stop me, not time or political circumstance, from making sure that you face justice under our constitutional rule of law. As Dr. King once said, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. Humbly, I would add, it doesn't bend on its own. History tells us we often have to apply needed to make sure that the arc gets where it needs to go.
I mean, the mayor of Chicago has almost single-digit approval ratings. And instead of this governor saying, maybe we should do something about that, maybe we should do something about the fact that we've got business owners who literally are saying that they have an open door policy for criminals, that they literally just say, please don't break the door down. We'll leave it open. If you're going to rob us, if you're going to mug us, here, just take everything. But I don't want to pay for the damages that you're going to inflict on my car, my apartment, my home, my pub that I own, my small business, what have you. Instead of looking at that, he's actually fighting America. Well, Naz, what do you mean? He's just going after Trump. No. The people elected Trump. Trump won the popular vote. He won every single swing state. He won in a resounding mandate. So when you defy Trump, you're defying the will. They don't get that, though. They don't, because they've never built anything. They've never worked a real job in their lives. This is the epitome of pathetic, overqualified DEI hires in powerful, elevated positions when they don't deserve it. 1 iota, 0 merit. Okay, really sad news for the city of Santa Monica, as if Los Angeles hasn't gone through enough with the worst leadership in the history of the state in Karen Do-Nothing Bass. You will now have Ramona Bautista, who is now resigning. Now, this paragraph that you see highlighted right here, this was redacted from the actual press release that the city allowed. And I want to read it to you because I got a hold of this redacted paragraph, which is very, very insightful. Essentially, the police chief reason for resigning is because Mayor Do-Nothing Bass and the rest of them aren't letting police officers do their job. So he says here, as I step aside, I do so recognizing that my nearly 40 years of experience in public safety and policing, my deeply held sense of justice, and following not only the spirit, but the letter of the law appear to be at odds from demands set by the new administration. In that light, the right path is to transition leadership here. So that part that is underlined is essentially, and I want to give credit to Human Ahmadi, who sent this, who posted this on X. Essentially, what he's saying right there is, hey, my job is useless because you've got Karen Do-Nothing Bass, you've got Gavin Newsom, you've got lawlessness run amok. They don't care about law. They don't care about law and order, as we saw what happened in the LA riots. And it's like, you know what? What can I do? If I'm not allowed to do my job, what can I do? What's Trump doing on the other hand? He's not only letting law enforcement do their job, he's supporting them, he's funding them, he's buying them burgers and pizzas, he's appreciating them. He's saying, you have carte blanche, do what you need to do, and I will send federal troops to help you. It's a disparity that is so alarming. The chasm has gotten wider and wider, and it's a big shock, isn't it, that their approval rating is in the toilet. Isn't that surprising? I can't wait to get your thoughts on this. Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, MSNBC's Yamiche Alcindor wrongfully claims, because Trump just signed an executive order today, that cash bail doesn't do anything other than target low-income people. This is absolutely flat out false, and it ignores reality. Cash bail actually ensures defendants show up to court. Studies have shown failure to appear rates drop with financial stakes. It also protects public safety by keeping high-risk criminals detained, preventing repeat offenses while awaiting trial. Without it, crime spikes in soft-on-crime cities like NYC, Chicago, and even more cities. They're all run by Democrats, shocking enough. So look at this appearance by former Ohio Governor John Kasich, who basically confronts Amiche and this alleged manufactured crisis surrounding crime in blue cities. This one, oh, it's just beautiful. Enjoy.
Governor, look, you understand very clearly what it means when the National Guard comes into your state, what it means when it comes in to a community. Donald Trump essentially said today that, you know what, not only was he not happy that he wasn't being thanked for this, he suggested that there are people who want a dictator. He says, I'm not a dictator. I'm being accused of being a dictator. But some people may want someone to come in and take control. So I wonder how you see this and what the options are for governors in this case.
Well, I mean, I have to tell you, I have such a different take than what we've just heard. They talk about a manufactured crisis. Have you been in Chicago? Have you been in Baltimore? But my daughter went to school in Chicago. I remember the day she graduated, there were shootings and killings right outside of her building. And in Baltimore, I have friends that go down to Johns Hopkins, get treated for medical conditions. I mean, they are nervous about ever going there. There are parts of Baltimore that he tells me he wouldn't go into. And this is not some right-wing person. This is somebody who wants to be able to go into some of our great cities and be able to be safe. Now, I do think it's important that if you're going to do this, you've got to define the mission. You've got to talk about your authority. And I think one of the earlier guest was saying that, you know, well, maybe there's narrow ways to do it. I agree with that. But that just then says that there are ways to do it. And if I had had a crisis in Cleveland, we thought we were going to have riots, or in Columbus or whatever, I would never have put, you know, the fact that, well, I'm governor, so I would want to work with other people who wanted to help me. And look, what's been happening in Chicago has been terrible. The crime rate is high. The gang problem is real. I tried to get Arnie Duncan, the former education secretary under Obama, to run for mayor. He's out there trying to work to get, you know, to deal with the gang problem. He didn't want to do it. But I think Chicago is a jewel of America. And we just cannot let lawlessness and fear dominate these cities. So, yeah, I think we need to know what the mission is. I think we need to know what the authority is. I think we need to know what the length is. But the idea that these cities are somehow fine, oh, I think you're just... I don't think anybody...
I mean, listen,
I heard the word manufacturing crisis. This is a manufactured crisis. No, it's not. It is a crisis.
Go ahead, Basil. You're trying to jump in here.
Good for you, John. I'm so proud of you for doing that and standing up to those ridiculous hosts who just manufacture narratives. That's what MSNBC stands for, manufactured news. You know, I want to repeat the words of J.D. Vance earlier today, where he says, why are Democrat governors? Why are Democrats angry at President Trump and other leaders who are trying to clean up these streets, trying to stop crime? Why are they not angry at the people who are actually committing the crime? Well, I'll tell you what I think, and I can't wait to get your thoughts on this. It's just pure, utter racism. That's what it is. It's reverse racism, essentially. If those were white criminals, if those were Anglo-Saxon criminals, it'd be a completely different story. But the fact of the matter is, DEI is the most systemic, racist contagion that has ever afflicted our society, and these are the perpetrators of it. The woke media, the DEI hires like Madam Ghetto Crockett, Ayanna Pressley, Maxine Klingon Waters, Al Sharpton, the entire Obama cabal machine. They are the perpetrators and propagators of this, and that's the only reason. They don't listen to their constituents. They don't listen to actual American citizens who are suffering every single day. No. They're going to manufacture their narrative, keep that narrative going so they can keep their jobs. Pure, plain, and simple. There, I said it. I'll probably get canceled. This video might get deleted, but I don't care. It's the absolute truth. Let me know what you think. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this. I know Kasich's been against Trump and he's been an anti-Trumper, but this was just a beautiful thing I had to share with you because it speaks to everything that's happening right now in America, in our country, and it deserves to be heard. As always, please tap that thumbs up if you love our country. It means the world to us. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps us out immeasurably. You can even do it with your TV remote just by clicking the remote. Tap that thumbs up. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, just in case you missed them. Tap my face right here to subscribe and follow. It's absolutely free. And as always, may God bless you. And may God bless the USA and all who defend her. We'll see you soon.